Hey everyone, welcome back to Walk and Study. Today we will be going over some very advanced English vocabulary. This video is great for anyone studying for the TOEFL, IELTS, or the GRE, or anyone who wants to learn some very advanced English vocabulary. As we work through these words, we will be walking in Garden of the Gods in Colorado Springs, Colorado. Okay, let's get started. Our first word is crescendo. Crescendo is a noun, and it means the highest point reached in a progressive increase of intensity or of sound. Using crescendo in a sentence, we could say, the crescendo of tension became unbearable as Sadio Mane prepared to shoot his penalty during the Champions League final. So the highest point of tension became unbearable as Sadio Mane prepared to take a penalty during the Champions League final. All right, our next word is iconoclast. Iconoclast is a noun, and it means one who opposes established beliefs, customs, and institutions. Using iconoclast in a sentence, we could say, his lack of regard for traditional beliefs soon established him as an iconoclast. So, his lack of care or attention for traditional beliefs soon established him as one who opposes customs and institutions. So anyone who attacks a cherished or traditional belief or institution is an iconoclast. Okay, our next word is chaos. Chaos is a noun, and it means great disorder or confused situation. Using chaos in a sentence, we could say, the country was in great chaos after the military coup. So the country was in great disorder or in a confused situation after the military took over the government. All right, our next word is abeyance. Abeyance is a noun, and it means a temporary suppression or suspension. Using abeyance in a sentence, we could say, the football game was held in abeyance while it continued to rain. So the football game was suspended or temporarily delayed because it continued to rain. Our next word is ford. Ford is a verb, and it means to cross a body of water by walking through it. Using ford in a sentence, we could say, because of the recent torrential rains, the cowboys were unable to ford the swollen river. So, because of the recent heavy rains, the cowboys were unable to cross the river by walking through it. We could also say, because the bridge had been destroyed by a bomb, the soldiers had to ford the river. So, because the bridge had recently been destroyed by a bomb, the soldiers had to cross the river by walking through it. Okay, our next word is austere. Austere is an adjective, and it means severe or stern in appearance, or undecorated. So something that is kind of grim or harsh is austere. Using austere in a sentence, we could say, the lack of decoration and furniture in Palin's new house made it look very austere. So the lack of decoration and furniture in Palin's new house made it look very severe or stern, kind of harsh in appearance. Our next word is eschew. Eschew is a verb, and it means to shun or to avoid something because it's wrong or distasteful. Using eschew in a sentence, we could say, The baker eschewed using almonds in his cake because he knew the client was allergic to them. So the baker avoided using almonds in his cake because he knew the person he was baking the cake for was allergic to almonds. Our next word is amulet. Amulet is a noun, and it means an ornament worn as a charm against evil spirits. Using amulet in a sentence, we could say, Hermione gave Harry an amulet to protect him from Lord Voldemort. So Hermione gave Harry a charm that he could wear that would protect him against Lord Voldemort. We could also say, the evil eye is a form of amulet. So the evil eye is a form of charm or ornament that one wears or hangs to protect against evil spirits. Our next word is encomium. An encomium is a noun, and it means warm praise. Using encomium in a sentence, we could say, Luke spent 3 days and 3 nights writing an encomium for his girlfriend. So Luke spent 3 days and 3 nights writing a warm praise or tribute to his girlfriend. Often an encomium is a warm speech or a tribute that you've written to someone that you'll perform in front of them. Okay, our next word is estimable. Estimable is an adjective, and it means admirable. Using estimable in a sentence, we could say, Harriet Tubman was an estimable woman who helped save dozens of slaves from American plantations. So Harriet Tubman was an admirable woman who helped save dozens of slaves from American plantations in the South. Our next word is foment. Foment is a verb, and it means to arouse or to incite. Using foment in a sentence, we could say, the rebels tried to foment revolution through their attacks on the government. So the rebels tried to arouse or agitate for, to incite revolution through their attacks on the government. We could also say, some politicians try to foment anger against journalists. So some politicians try to arouse or create anger against journalists. Our next word is fanatical. Fanatical is an adjective, and it means acting excessively enthusiastic or filled with a kind of extreme and unquestioned devotion. Using fanatical in a sentence, we could say, the Janissaries were fanatical in their devotion to the emperor, readily sacrificing their lives for him. So the Janissaries were excessively enthusiastic or filled with an unquestioned devotion to the emperor, and because of this, they would readily or easily sacrifice their lives for him. We could also say, Barcelona fans are fanatical in their love for Lionel Messi. So Barcelona fans are excessively enthusiastic or filled with an unquestioned devotion or love of Lionel Messi. All right, our next word is cartography. Cartography is a noun, and it means the science or art of making maps. Using cartography in a sentence, we could say, Muhammad's interest in cartography may stem from the extensive traveling he did as a child. So Muhammad's interest in the science or art of making maps may come from the extensive traveling that he did when he was a child. Our next word is hermetic. Hermetic is an adjective, and it means tightly sealed or tightly closed. Using hermetic in a sentence, we could say, the jar's hermetic seal was completely airtight. So the jar's tightly closed seal was airtight. meaning it would not allow any air inside. Our next word is dupe. Dupe is a verb, and it means to deceive or to trick. Using dupe in a sentence, we could say, the used car salesman duped the old man into buying a car for $10,000 more than it was worth. So the used car salesman tricked or deceived the old man into buying a car that was $10,000 more expensive than it should have cost. Dupe can also be used as a noun, and when used as a noun, dupe means the person who is being tricked or deceived. So in our previous example, the old man was also the dupe, because he was the one being tricked into paying more money than he should have. Our next word is abyss. Abyss is a noun, and it means an extremely deep hole. Using abyss in a sentence, we could say, the submarine dove into the underwater abyss to chart the previously unseen depths. So the submarine dove into the underwater hole that was extremely deep in order to map or chart the previously unseen area. Okay, our last word is axiom. Axiom is a noun, and it means a premise or a sort of self-evident truth, sort of like a saying or an adage. Using axiom in a sentence, we could say, Charlie lived his life based on the axioms of Benjamin Franklin. So Charlie lived his life based on the self-evident truths, premises, ideas of Benjamin Franklin. So an axiom is just a saying or a principle that's regarded as being established or accepted, kind of self-evidently true by most people. With that, we've gone over some more extremely advanced English vocabulary that's perfect for the GRE, TOEFL, or IELTS. I hope this lesson was helpful to you all. As always, subscribe below, give us a like if you found this video useful, and let us know in the comments section what else you'd like to learn about or see in our next walk and study lesson. Thanks everyone, take care.